was a nice feed by Hunter! And Baisley with the rip. Dean Larry, you got to load that one up. Hey, hey.
Oh, got a little wink action there.
Hey, and set. The Warriors in the state final!
And we welcome you to Talawanda High School in Oxford, Ohio. ICRC-TV presenting boys varsity basketball tonight. The Mount Healthy Owls and the Talawanda Brave in a Friday night SWOC showdown here from Oxford. Alongside Luke Westpoli, my name is Patrick Eshian. And Luke, we're looking for a pretty raucous crowd here on this Friday night at Talawanda. Both of these teams coming in different spots of their season. Talawanda coming off their first win of the year. It was last Saturday, a 72-47 win at Franklin County in Indiana. Mount Healthy, they coming off a loss, a 58-55 loss at Walnut Hills on Tuesday. But the Owls come in first in the SWOC. Talawanda last in the SWOC, and they're trying to get their first SWOC win tonight on their home court against the Owls.
Absolutely, coming off that loss to Little Miami last week, a 1-point loss to Talawanda, really something that they didn't want in that game, but they're looking to bounce back here with their first SWOC win of the year and maybe close that gap between Edgewood and try and contend with them in the SWOC standings.
Talawanda also lost by 20 last Friday, a 56-36 decision at Harrison. And so for Mount Healthy, they come in, again, first in the SWOC with a 7-1 conference record. They've won 6 of their past 8, and the Owls are led by Brandon Lanier, who's their 6'3 junior forward, and Ashidon Mathis, their 5'10 senior, number 11 in red. Look for them to have a huge offensive impact tonight.
Absolutely, Mount Healthy, they got those two guys who've been really huge for them, and obviously it's worked, undefeated on the road in conference play, and, they're first in the SWOC, so they've clearly got something going here.
Head coach Jim Pugh for Mount Healthy trying to lead his team out of Oxford with a win to get to 12-6 on the season. Talawanda's leading scorer is a sophomore. He's 5'9", number 3 in white, Craig James, averaging 10.5 points per game, leading the team in that category. And so for Talawanda, it's a young team trying to rebuild, and we'll see what they can do against the first place in the league Owls tonight. Mount Healthy controls from the opening tip. It's Colin Tolbert. He's a 6'0 freshman playing out there, starting for the Owls, and a quick charge in and an early 2-pointer from Mathis. And the 5'10 senior connects to make it 2-0 Owls. So Josh Verse will hand off to Craig James, and Talawanda up the floor for the first time offensively tonight. Glad you're with us on ICRC-TV as David Krauscher has it now at center for Talawanda. No pass off to Verse. He's far side in the corner. And now an near side pass for James. James trying to work his way around Ashidon Mathis there. Talawanda taking their time offensively. Here's Verst. Dishes off. Wide open Krauscher. Thought about the 3. Gets inside off a screen. And his jumper from the free throw line no good, but Winkler picks up the offensive rebound. Craig James tries an early 3. That one too short. And Mount Healthy fast back the other way. Colin Tolbert with a pass off there to Mathis. Handled it at the baseline. Dishes one out to a jumper here that is good from Brandon Lanier. And the 2 top scorers for Mount Healthy on the board so far tonight. And the Owls already in a full court press, which has worked very well against Talawanda's offense so far this year.
Absolutely, Talawanda, they're a young team, they're an inexperienced team, and we've seen a lot of full court press, which has really extended out those leads. Talawanda has been able to hold close games until that full court press really comes into play. See Lanier right there over Jonathan Richter made that jumper from around the free throw line. Owls have an early lead.
So 4-0 it is. We're only a minute and 19 seconds into this game. Talawanda just calling a timeout. And you're right, that full court press. Every team's done it for Talawanda this year, and they have such a hard time getting it across the half-court line, something they've really got to work on here as we move throughout the season.
Absolutely. Turnovers have especially been a problem for the Brave, and they have turned the ball over a lot in the backcourt, before they could really cross that timeline and really get set up. So that's really something that they've worked on towards the middle and end part of this season, and that's something that other teams have really implemented a lot against them.
So Talawanda with the inbound here. David Krauscher passes off to Craig James, and we're back underway. Brave have 4 timeouts left after using their first right there, a minute and a half into this game. So here's Josh Verst on the far side. Jonathan Richter, the second leading scorer for Talawanda, headed at the top of the key. Now it's James, who is looking for options here and will take it back over to the far side. Now pass to Croucher, made his way to the free throw line, comes back out. Now Josh First with the ball far side for the Brave. And he ran into Mathis there, and they're going to call a foul. And so it will be the first one in the game against the Owls. A minute 51 seconds into this first quarter. David Croucher got the inbound pass. Now it is Richter. Finds Tommy Winkler, and he lost it. Copped it up there, and a long pass forward. Mathis got the feed from Lanier. He couldn't finish, and then coming in was Justin Abrams. Able to poke it in for an extra 2, and Mount Healthy up to a 6-0 lead. So Richter down the right side of the floor, and they're going to be an offensive foul against Talawanda as Richter charged into the man there. And that will be his first of the game. And Talawanda's first of the half, and it's 6-0 Mount Healthy early on.
Yeah, Mount Healthy's really done a good job pressuring Talawanda. They haven't given any open looks here. And on the offensive side of the ball, they've really been able to penetrate inside well, and they're up 6-0 as a result.
Colin Tolbert, the point guard, running the offense, takes it back the other way for the Owls. And he will wait patiently up at the top of the arc. Justin Abrams now, the 6'1 senior, hands it back. Mathis an early 3, that one misses. And they get the rebound, and trying to put it back up was Tolbert, Colin Tolbert. And the freshman got fouled there, and will head to the line for 2.
Brave have 2 big sophomores underneath that basket in Johnny Richter and, Braden Wright. We've seen a lot of blocks from them under the basket. Just couldn't connect with the ball on that one.
So the first free throw is missed by the Owls. 5:23 to go in this first quarter. And the second one is missed as well. But the Owls get their own rebound, and they put it back up and in. So they get the 2 points back anyways. Colin Tolbert averaging 8.5 points per game for Mount Healthy connects there. And Talawanda still searching for their first points as we near the 3-minute mark of this game. Here's Jonathan Richter, near side, walks it down the lane, and there's going to be a foul whistle here on Mount Healthy, I believe. As 2 bodies went down, it was Justin Abrams who will be the guilty party, so Talawanda gets an inbound here. Braden Wright will fire this one in. Taking his time, finds James on the near side. James trying to walk it up, and he gets locked up there against the far baseline. Mount Healthy able to work at 3, and good work by Colin Tolbert and Mathis. They were both going up against the tiny 5'9 James. Now Mathis plays this one up top. Colin Tolbert, far side feed. And trying to work in there was Tavion Elliott. Now the Owls again. Here's Lanier. Feeds it back. Elliott will give it off to Mathis. And the guard trying to move inside there, but can't get it to go. Now Abrams will dish it back, and Mount Healthy will just get a full reset here as Colin Tolbert has it. Talawanda, pretty strict defensive structure here. This is Tolbert, far side feed, nobody home, as he was looking for Brandon Lanier, who ended up charging in from the near side of the floor. And so it will be Verse to pass back to Croucher with 4:12 to go in the first. James with it at half court. Feeds Croucher. Now to the near side, it's Verse. Up top to right. Croucher was calling for the ball. Moves down the lane. Puts it up off the backboard and in. And Talawanda is on the board tonight with David Croucher picking up his first pair.
Big drive there from David Croucher.
Talawanda knocking the ball loose at the other end of the floor. Verse trying to defend Ashanon Mathis. It's going to go out on Talawanda.
It was a nice block there, and it was a nice job not taking a foul. See, it was Josh Verst underneath the basket. Was able to pluck it free. It did go out of bounds, though, and Mount Healthy's going to get the ball back.
I was trying to reach double digits, and a 3 there from the corner is over the net by Mathis. Lanier trying to work on the rebound under the hoop. It gets tied up. Mount Healthy still another putback. They can't get it to go. And a 4 try is good for Brandon Lanier as Talawanda could not catch the ball there under the hoop. And it's back now to an 8-point lead for the Owls at 10-2. Brandon right down the left side, hands off. Croucher down the middle will dish it to John Beckett. Now it is Craig James coming in from the corner. Finds Croucher, thought about the corner 3, gets tripped up. And a foul whistled here on Mount Healthy as Tavion Elliott doesn't like the call. So Talawanda will earn another inbound here. As Braden Wright will take his time to get it to James. James works it back. Croucher almost lost it at center, and he will. And coming in there for the easy layup is Justin Abrams. And the 6'1" senior, averaging 3.8 points per game, has 4 tonight. So 2:55 to go here in this first quarter, and the Mount Healthy extends the lead to 10. Braden Wright, top of the key. Dishes off to John Beckett. Finds Craig James. James, a stutter step move, trying to work there against Colin Tolbert. Now Verse gives it back. Croucher working his way down the middle at a wide open lane. A nice up and under in. And David Croucher gives Talawanda 4 points now, and back the other way. Mount Healthy quickly makes another jumper as Ashidon Mathis had to jump over his own man. It was Tavion Elliott. And the Owls quickly answer as Talawanda, struggling here early on, will then dish off to Colin Tolbert, and he's slowly up the floor. Tolbert, first side feed. Mathis had it for a second. Long range three is good from Colin Tolbert, and Talawanda will use their second timeout of the quarter as Bobby Jones not happy with the defensive makeup of his team so far. 1:02 left in the first, and Mount Healthy getting it done offensively.
Absolutely. Mount Healthy's been really dominant here through most of this first quarter. Obviously up 11 points. But it's just things like this. They're able to open up a good look and then a long-range three, and they're really hitting their shots right now. And when they aren't, they're rebounding really hard. They're really attacking the glass. And, they've put up a lot of points here in this first quarter.
Reason why this team comes in 11-6, they're 7-1 in the league. But the last time these two teams met, December 15th at Mount Healthy, the Owls ended up winning that by just 8 points, 51-43. They come in pretty hot. They're undefeated on the road in the SWOC in a team that's won 6 of their past 8. They were 9-14 overall last year. The Owls went 7-5 in the SWOC. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to Elder. And Talawanda last season was 5-18. They lost in the first round to Moeller. So Braden Wright charges in off the backboard, and it's good. And Mount Healthy has had a few defensive breakdowns here as Wright got an open lane from the arc. 17-8 now the score. Coming in here is the Owls. This is Lanier. Fires one out there to Colin Tolbert, who waits. And he'll dribble this one more towards the far side. 26 seconds to go in the first, so Owls here probably looking for the last shot. Lanier will get this one under the hoop. Fires it off the rim, no good. Owls battle for the rebound. Tavion Elliott, the putback is good. And Mount Healthy gets the lead up to 19-8. Talawanda now their last turn here with 8 seconds to go in the first. Croucher down the far side, moved in, got it off too hard, off the backboard. It went to Colin Tolbert. Long feed ahead, and the Owls will finish off the quarter with a layup by Mathis. And that's how it all ends here after the first 8 minutes. And Luke, Mount Healthy 21, Talawanda 8.
Yeah, Mount Healthy really dominated that first quarter, and even the 4 points at the end of that quarter just to extend the lead and give themselves even more momentum going into this short intermission between the first and second quarters. Bobby Jones not happy with what happened in that first quarter. And when this was a 17-8 game, still in single digits for the lead, but then the Brave gave up 2 quick layups right before the end of the first quarter. That was one of them there by Abrams. And then we saw this big three, a deep one there by Colin Tolbert.
And that's where we stand so far with the big scoring plays. So Talawanda right now has some work to do trying to battle back. Their next game tomorrow against Coleraine, that will be home. So they have 2 home games this weekend, 7:30 the start time for that. And then Mount Healthy will play their next game Tuesday at Northwest. That's a 7:30 start for them. So they get the rest of the weekend off after tonight. Up there at the Talawanda student section, lots of people coming out for this game as Talawanda schools were closed today. and they were actually closed the past 3 days. But they were able to get the game in tonight because the roads were fine. So Braden Wright passes into David Croucher, and we're underway in the second quarter. The Mount Healthy lead 13 points. Josh first to the middle, dishes off for Wright. They'll try to charge down the left side of the paint, and there's going to be travel here as Mount Healthy got to him just in time before the shot. So a turnover there for Talawanda with 7:46 left in the second. Just 14 seconds into the quarter. Mario Williams up the floor for Mount Healthy. Passes here near side for King Chambers as the Owls putting all new players in there for the start of the quarter. Kobe Tamoy had the ball up there at the start, and it comes out of bounds at the near side. Chris Simmons couldn't chase it for the Owls. So Talawanda here will try their best to get this one back on the defensive side of the floor. Mario Williams, the 5'7" junior, has it up top for Mount Healthy. He'll pass this one far side. That's King Chambers. Chambers hands it off. Colin Walls, 5'11" senior now. And Simmons dished it off. Chambers now to the middle. It's Tomoy, who looks for options, and then we'll go back, and Mario Williams will calm down the offense here as the Owls taking their time a minute into the quarter. Simmons near side, into the paint, floats one up, and it's in. So it's a 23-8 lead for Mount Healthy. Croucher down the right side for Talawanda. Now it is Braden Wright and off to Craig James. To the corner, it's Verst, who will pass it off there. Croucher now will try to give it off for James, but that pass couldn't connect, and Talawanda gets it off out of bounds as we take a look at the last basket.
There's been some decent shot contention from Talawanda all game. Mount Healthy, though, a lot of really big guys, and what we've seen throughout the first quarter and the early portions of the second quarter is just their ability to shoot through contention.
That ball goes out of bounds off Simmons, and he kicked it out, so Talawanda will get this one back on the turnover. David Croucher's going to come out for Talawanda, and Tommy Winkler will take his place. Craig James with the ball. Craig James for Talawanda. Coming down the left side of the paint, fired it back. Richter off the backboard, no good. It comes down to Bowling, and he tried to put back a tip there, but gets fouled. And Matthew Bowling heads to the line for 2 shots. He's the 6'1" junior, averaging 1.1 points per game through 14 this season.
Some good rebounding from the Braves. That's something that we really haven't seen throughout this game so far, but they were able to draw the foul on the rebound there.
First shot good from Matthew Bowling. He's only a 37.5% free throw shooter this season. He started a few games. And mostly appears off the bench. And that shot good for Bowling too. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 25-10 game. 15-point lead for the Owls as we near the middle stages here of the second quarter. This is Williams, near side pass. It's fired off and in from 3-point territory by Walls. And Colin Walls, who only averages 1.7 points per game, is up to 3 tonight with that basket. Now Craig James gets stripped at center. Mount Healthy quickly works it back up. Williams takes it to the corner, and the Owls set up offensively. Simmons gives it off. Chambers, long 3. That went too far right. It's on the baseline and tied up, and they're going to say Mount Healthy stepped out of bounds with this, and so Talawanda is going to get it back. King Chambers, a 6'3" senior. And this is going to be a 3-point attempt by Walls that went in.
It's really deep there, and there was a little bit of contention from Josh Verst, and he was still able to knock it down.
Greg James takes this one back at the other end of the floor. 4:26 to go in the second. Matthew Bowling with the ball, top of the key. Richter. Tried to feed it down low, and then he thought twice about it, but then we'll get a double dribble. And Talawanda turns this one back over again. So an 18-point lead for the Owls, 4:11 to go in the second. Leading scorer out there right now for Mount Healthy is Chris Simmons. He has 4. Talawanda has 2 players out there with 2 points in Bowling and Braden Wright. And making the charge in there, Williams stripped of the ball. No foul call. Talawanda will take this one back to the right side of the floor. Verst gave it back to Winkler. Now James far side. Thought about a downtown 3. Inside Richter works in the paint. Nice play there, but the shot too far right. And the Owls are going to take this thing back as it's Mario Williams up across the timeline with 3:40 left in the quarter. Here's the long 3 attempt by Walls. That one missed far short. Picking it up are the Owls, and that's King Chambers. Passing this one back. Williams made the move in. Now long range 3 from Simmons missed. Williams on the baseline was the last to touch it. And so Talawanda will earn the possession with 3:26 to go in the quarter.
Williams tried to do a little toe tap there. So here you see Williams tried to drive in. Talawanda all over him there. They were able to get the turnover.
Talawanda cops it up on the inbound. Chris Simmons pounces on the loose ball and fires it in off the backboard as Mount Healthy was under the hoop pressuring Craig James, who had the ball, and they were able to turn it over to him. And now foul's whistling on Mount Healthy on the second inbound attempt after the basket. So David Croucher comes back in for Talawanda. Tommy Winkler is going to come out for him, and the disgust on the face of Bobby Jones says it all.
Absolutely, his team's been lacking a little bit in this first half, and as a result, we see them down 20 points. The first half traditionally for the Brave has really been their better of the 2 halves so far through this season. They've lost most of their games in the second half.
Greg James fired off a long-range 3, Bowling the offensive rebound. The putback no good, and Mount Healthy trying to wrestle it away. That was Taboy down there who said it's my ball, and Williams here will trot across the timeline with it for the Owls. Inside 3 minutes to go in the half. Simmons to the paint, fired it up. Lots of bodies heading to the floor. Mount Healthy gets the rebound, and they're trying to work it back up, but there's going to be no basket and a foul on Talawanda as Tamoy was trying to work his way in there, looking for his first points of the night.
Seen a lot of variety from the Mount Healthy bench so far.
Yeah, they put in all 5 different players to begin the second quarter, and it's been those 5 to play the entire 8 minutes so far, as this one is fired in and good on the Owls' next offensive possession. They cough it up again, and this time a foul whistle against Talawanda is Colin Walls, who head to the line for 2 free throws. So the Owls have thrown out 5 new players for the second quarter, and all of them are still playing. No substitutions yet for the Owls. And Talawanda right now can't even get it from out under their own basket.
Absolutely, we've seen a couple turnovers right off of inbounds, and they just really have not taken care of the ball in this first half. And I think that's partially due to Mount Healthy doing a great job pressuring, and I think it's also partially due to some Talawanda players kind of panicking with the ball, and they've turned the ball over a lot, and that's something that needs to change going forward.
David Croucher down the left side after the free throw. He's going to get into the middle and fire it off in the end one. And that's about as exciting as the game has gotten offensively for Talawanda tonight, as Croucher will head to the line for the 3-point play attempt. He's averaging 5.3 points per game this season and is a 78% free throw shooter.
That's something that we've seen a lot from Mount Healthy here earlier in this game. Just kind of drive, and then once you hit the free throw line, pull up and shoot it, and he draws a foul.
Free throw attempt no good for Croucher. And the ball goes out of bounds here, and Mount Healthy will take this one back. So a 20-point lead for Mount Healthy with 2:12 to go in the first half. And the Owls will throw out Yashu Adams, the 6'1 sophomore, for the first time tonight. And Colin Walls will take a seat for Mount Healthy. So Yashu with his first touch gives it up to Simmons. Down to the near side for Chambers. This is Yashu Adams. Up top for Alex Howard, who's into the game now for the Owls too. Chambers in the paint, fired it up, no good. The rebound comes down, and they're going to say it's Talawanda ball. And Braden Wright will inbound it here for the Brave. Fires it off to Croucher. Long stretch pass up the right side. Richter working in on the paint against Chambers, and Richter there with a nice play, but the ball took a couple bounces on the rim and never went through. Owls back up the floor. And there's a shot from in close. That goes in for Williams, the point guard. And the Brave now back in transition up the left side as Matthew Bowling stops and gives off to Croucher. Croucher up top of the key, near side for Craig James. Working there against Williams. James finds a seam in the middle. Fired off the backboard, no good. Rebound out to Simmons. Nice spin move there to get around the white jerseys. Simmons coughs it up though at the top of the key. And he'll get a whistle here. There's a big pile up there. And I wonder who has possession as David Croucher was on the floor for Talawanda. They just picked up Iyashu Adams. And the possession error right now to Mount Healthy, so they're going to call a tie-up. And the Owls will earn possession back.
Jim Pugh there was very animated on the sideline. While that ball was still in the tie-up, practically ran all the way over to the Talawanda bench on the far side of your screen. The referee's eventually calling a jump ball, and Mount Healthy's going to get another chance to inbound it here.
So Simmons plays it off to Mario Williams. And Williams here has the top of the key and gives it off to the near side. Now up top it is Iyashu Adams, who gave it to Williams, and his jumper a little bit too short. Chris Simmons, the battle back play though. And a foul whistle here as he was trying to get a shot in from the side. So this one is good. On the first free throw attempt for Chris Simmons. And the second one good as well with 54.9 seconds to go here in the second. Mount Healthy extending the lead even more. Croucher down the left side with it. Will fire this one up off the backboard, and that somehow went in. And it went off the very top of the glass and found its way into the hoop. And David Croucher up to 8 points tonight. Mario Williams, far side feed for Simmons. And he will step back away with 30 seconds to go in the second. King Chambers with the ball. Up top for Iyashu Adams. Now back up top of the key to Mario Williams. Williams here waits and then takes it back to the near side. And he will dish off here to King Chambers. Now up top of the key it is Iyashu Adams. Far side Simmons got it inside the arc. Fired off the two-pointers. That's good. And 5 seconds to go now in the second. Talawanda's going to look for the final shot. James up the right side, fired it up, and that one just missed as it went off the backboard, then the rim, and that's how we end the first half of play. Mount Healthy 38, Talawanda 14. Luke, and your impressions after 16?
Mount Healthy's really just been dominant, you know. After the first quarter, you mentioned 5 new players off their bench, and even those 5 players who really haven't started their games have just dominated Talawanda's. And, you know, forced a lot of turnovers and had a lot of nice plays that have resulted now in a 24-point halftime lead, which is really, really comfortable going into the locker room, and that's something that I'm sure they're going to be very proud of going into the locker room.
So we will take a quick break for halftime and be back with the second half. It is all Mount Healthy right now from Talawanda High School in Oxford, 38-14. They lead it at the break. We're back with the second half in a moment on ICRC-TV. 38-14 to score. Mount Healthy on top of Talawanda as we're ready to begin the second half. And Luke, it was a first half completely dominated by the Owls.
Absolutely. You know, Mount Healthy had 10 different players in that first half, and whatever combination they tried, they just seemed to dominate Talawanda. You know, they've rebounded well, they've shot well, and as a result, they're up 24 in this game.
So take a look at the first half stats. Talawanda shot 6 for 18 from the field in the first 16 minutes. Mount Healthy 17 for 32. The Brave were 0 for 3 from three-point land. Mount Healthy 2 for 7. They sank a couple long ones. And the turnovers, Talawanda had 10. Mount Healthy only had 3 turnovers.
Yeah, you know, the Braves kind of panicked a little bit. They had a lot of turnovers, especially right off the inbound. We saw that a few times.
So this one is played up and in by Tommy Winkler, and Talawanda gets on the board. In the second half, they're the first to do so. So now it's played up the near side. Ashadon Mathis passed it off to Colin Tolbert as we're just underway here in the third quarter. Owls get this one back inside the paint. This is Brandon Lanier. Passed it out off the backboard. Tavion Elliott trying to go after it, and then a second putback attempt picked up by the Brave. They're going to step out of bounds. As Craig James trying to feed Jonathan Richter, but his foot on the line when he caught the pass. So it is played out here to Lanier. He'll pass it far side, and the Owls quickly get this one down to the paint. Lanier gets another feed and fires it up and in for an extra 2. And Mount Healthy has hit the 40-point mark here with 7:08 to go in the third quarter. Krauscher up in over center will get a wide open lane and lay it up and in. And now the Brave here will have to answer on defense. Long stretch pass to Elliott. His attempt was blocked down by Richter. Good play there. But his pass to the near side, past the reach of Craig James. And this one will go back to the Owls.
Something that also stood out on the sheet, the stat sheet at halftime, a whopping 22 rebounds for Mount Healthy in that first half, and they were just dominating underneath that basket, something that the Braves really need to improve on moving forward.
Long range three a little bit too hard, and it went off the top hole of the basket by the Owls. And so Mount Healthy will give this one back up for Talawanda. Krauscher is in over the line with it. 6:33 to go now in the third. Krauscher the pass up to Winkler. He got stripped, and down with a wide open layup is Ashadon Mathis, who's back on the floor, and he's got 6 points tonight. It's been kind of a quiet night, but he only played one quarter so far as they took out their starters in the second. And this one will go out of bounds along the baseline, and Talawanda will give it up again. So the inbound here comes from Ashadon Mathis, the 5'10 senior. He'll feed one up to Justin Abrams, and then to the middle. The Owls will take this one back down. Colin Tolbert, now to Lanier, got poked away there by Winkler, and this one will go out of bounds and back to the Owls. Good defensive play by Winkler trying to get in the passing lane. As we are 2 minutes in here to this third quarter. Owls get this one back up top and will wait. Colin Tolbert to the near side for Mathis. As the starter's back out there for Mount Healthy, and his pass across tipped away by Winkler. So the Owls here will get an inbound on the far side. Justin Abrams to the middle. Nice pass, and going for the dunk was Brandon Lanier, but that one could not go. Actually, it was Tavion Elliott, beg your pardon, going up there for the two-hand jam, and he was fouled. Don't see that often at Talawanda.
Absolutely not. You know, we haven't seen a Talawanda player be able to dunk in a while. A few players on these visiting teams have attempted it. Just got fouled there and was denied the opportunity, but I'm sure that will pop up again if he gets the chance.
With a 27-point lead over Talawanda. And another turnover. Quick pass ahead, and a finish there. Didn't get to go at first by Mathis, and then Tavion Elliott came in for the putback. So the Owls all over Talawanda here as we're not even halfway through this third quarter. There's another turnover. And that was Mathis actually that time, who couldn't finish. Now Croucher in over the free throw line. He will go for the jump shot, but it's no good. And we're going to see Dale Yager, a freshman, come in for Talawanda. He will make his third appearance of the season, and Josh First will come out. Yager played a lot of the JV game. It was a tightly contested matchup that Talawanda won by 1 point. Far side feed moving in. The shot no good there from Colin Walls, and it comes back outside. Here is Lanier. Now in the corner, a three is good. As they quickly got it back out to Mathis, and he was a little below his average points per game for the season, so they're trying to get him back up there. He's up to 9 in the game, as Croucher played that one out of bounds, and it went off Mount Healthy. 50-18 is your score. Tom Winkler got it into Craig James. 4:15 to go here. James now passes off. Tom Winkler in over the timeline. Near side feed. Yager tries the three. It's good. And the freshman doing a little bit to impress here, as he's on the board tonight for Talawanda. And coming in with a one-handed slam is Justin Abrams. That came out of the middle of nowhere. Yager again, a corner three. Now went off the backboard. The finish is good though from Winkler. And Mount Healthy just stretching out the court right now. Justin Abrams, who just had the dunk. And we need a little bit of a slowdown here. Mount Healthy will call the timeout with 3:39 to go in the third. And we saw a lot of action in that last sequence, Luke.
Absolutely, a huge dunk there from Mount Healthy, Justin Abrams.
Dishes it out, but it got picked off. Tavion Elliott going against Craig James, and Elliott loses it there as James providing enough contact to knock it free. 52-23 your score. Mount Healthy on top with 3:19 to go in the third. Right here, control at center court. Croucher down the right side of the lane. Nice athletic play there to try to get off a jumper. Now down low is Richter, who fires it off the backboard. It hung there for a second. Mount Healthy came down with it. And the Owls going to get this back as Lanier try to pick it up for Mount Healthy, and the Owls will get another inbound attempt. 2:10 left in the third. Colin Tolmer back down the floor and over the line. Up top came Mathis, far side feed. Now down with it, and a nice open look there was Tolbert. He couldn't get it to go, and Talawanda back up the right side. Craig James in across the arc, fired it off. Bowling wide open jumper near side, off the side of the backboard. Long stretch pass ahead. Abrams off the backboard and in. Nice athletic play. Is Croucher trying to provide the defense there. Craig James up ahead, dishes off. Yager stepped in, fired a jumper off. It's good. Dale Yager here will try to defend with 40 seconds to go in the third. Mount Healthy has more than twice as many points as Talawanda at 16-29. Lanier far side. We'll just wait this one out and take it towards the timeline. Braden Wright sitting there waiting to check in for Talawanda. So Lanier, the 6'3" junior, with 15 seconds left. We'll try to get off the final shot. Lanier step back from it, 3 seconds to go. Fires off the long range three. It's no good. Bray can't pick up the rebound. Last second attempt will be no good for Mount Healthy, as Colin Tolbert picked up the loose ball and fired it home. So 60-29 your score here after the third quarter, and we will have your TV replay schedule coming up in just a moment. As the student section is still stuck around a little bit here at Talawanda High School tonight in Oxford. We take a look at that replay schedule. The game will be on tonight, Friday night at 11:30 p.m. on Spectrum Channel 4, Phi Optics 834. You get up early tomorrow and catch it again, 8 o'clock. Spectrum 18th, Bioptics 8:34, and then Sunday afternoon at 3 on Spectrum 24. And a game on as well Monday afternoon and Wednesday night. So Chuck Martin, the Miami football head coach, was spotted in the stands a little bit earlier on, Luke, and we thought we could show him here tonight, but unfortunately he left at halftime.
Yeah, you know, we're all disappointed not to have Chucky on the broadcast.
Our truck even had a graphic made for him, which was surprising. So, Luke Westpoli, Patrick Eshin with you here, rest of our great crew. Kyle Evans in the truck, your director tonight, Dean Lowry producing, and the rest of our cameramen and camerawomen here from Talawanda High School in Oxford tonight. Glad to bring you high school basketball on this Friday night on ICRC-TV. Colin Walls up top. We'll pass this one off to Chris Simmons. Now it is Mario Williams, and then he dished it off to Simmons again. Long range three missed. This is the same group of Mount Healthy players out there that started the second quarter. They took all their starters out again. So Mario Williams has it far side with 7.5 to go in the fourth. Williams gave it up. Bowling missed it. Now Colin Walls trying to come in there against Yager. Back down low to Walls again, and he will give up the pass, and it deflected out. (16-29) the score. Leading scorer out there for Mount Healthy, Chris Simmons. He has 12. And for Talawanda, the leading scorer is Dale Yager, the freshman who came in during the third quarter. He has 5. Nice play by Simmons. Finds the open jumper and fires it in for 2. And now Craig James at his own end for Talawanda. 14 points on the night for Chris Simmons. James comes across the floor. Looking for a jumper attempt on Mario Williams. And James that time fires off the jumper and missed. And then John Beckett comes away with a putback attempt. And it's it for him. So the N1 for John Beckett, who is on the board with his first 2 points of the night. And the 6'4" senior will head to the line, only shooting 35.7% from the line this season. So Mario Williams for Mount Healthy carries this one over the timeline and then dishes off to Colin Walls. Walls up at the top of the key. Now King Chambers. Passed it off to Tamoy. Down the left side to try to feed it back, but Tamoy traveled before the pass. And Talawanda will get this thing back with 6:31 to go in the fourth. Dale Yager gets the inbound pass from Braden Wright. Dishes off to Craig James. James in the middle, trying to take it down the right side. Gave it up there, and down the floor quickly Colin Walls, and his pass got tipped away there by Beckett. And now Mount Healthy regains control back up top. It's Mario Williams. King Chambers back down low, and Walls to finish. And Colin Walls up to 7 points in the game tonight. 64-32 the score. Middle stages of the fourth quarter. Dale Yager, the freshman. Passed it off there to Craig James. Far side, Braden Wright. Moved into the paint, got messed with there by Kobe Tamoy. And that went in for Braden Wright. And Mount Healthy will take this one back the other way. This is Mario Williams with it for the Owls. Took it down the right side, dishes it off. Walls, long range three. It's too short. Ball in open space picked up here by Wright. And Braden Wright will get tied up with it here. I wonder if they call a foul on Mount Healthy as Walls tried to strip it away. And it will be the second foul of the night, or the first foul rather, on Colin Walls. So Dale Yager is out, so is John Beckett. Craig James will take a seat too. And Talawanda will put in another underclassman in Ben Olenek, number 33 in white. Rauscher back in the game for Talawanda. Passed it off to Winkler. He's at the top of the key, and a foul whistle here As Chris Simmons tried to steal that one away. So they're going to get an inbound here on the near side. Braden Wright.
You're there.
First one no good from him. He's a 50% free throw shooter. Braden Wright will come out, and Ethan Krauscher is in the game now for Talawanda, number 5 in white. He played a lot in the JV game too. Mario Williams will sink another one, and Tommy Wickler with the inbound here will find Ethan Krauscher, his brother David, number 12. Ethan to David, down the left side of the floor, into the paint, trying to come up with it, instead got stripped away. Long stretch pass here for Simmons. He tried to dunk, but it missed. Ball bounces to the corner, and Simmons is down along the near baseline and needs some help. Laughing at himself after that dunk attempt. And we almost saw our second slam of the night.
And I'm sure Justin Abrams will mention that one in the locker room post-game. Both guys attempting a one-handed dunk. Justin Abrams, we saw that earlier in the game, a really impressive one-hander. It was attempted again there by Simmons. He just couldn't quite get it over the rim.
Somehow Healthy gets the ball back after Talawanda coughed it up out of bounds. 3:47 to go in the fourth. Owls here controlling again, and they move in. Nice block there by Talawanda on the shot attempt. Williams came with the ball under the hoop, and it went off of the Talawanda player. And Mount Healthy's going to get it back. Dale Yager back in the game for Talawanda. Tommy Winkler will check out. And Alex Howard, the 6'3 senior, will make his 10th appearance of the year for Mount Healthy coming into the game. And the Owls are going to use their second timeout of the night. 68-34 your score in the fourth quarter. And 3:39 to go here in the final frame. So Talawanda looking ahead to their next game. That's tomorrow on this very floor against Coleraine. Mount Healthy doesn't play till Tuesday at Northwest. As ICRC-TV needs volunteers. So if you're ever interested in broadcasting or need volunteer hours, ICRC-TV is the place. Contact information at the bottom here. And Luke, we've both done a lot of ICRC shoots together, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of great experience, and you work with some of the best people you meet in the business.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of great sports to watch and a lot of good people here at ICRC-TV. So we're grateful that we're able to volunteer for them tonight.
So they need people to work all sorts of sports, football in the fall, basketball in the winter, and they do concerts as well, community events, water polo too, as Dean Lowry tells me in the truck. Any sport really, hockey too, is coming in there is Chris Simmons for the Owls. He's up to 16 points in the game. And all our cameramen tonight, camera women for our production, are working their very first game, and they've done a very good job. Dale Yog with a nice move there on the far side. So again, a volunteer, you don't need any sort of experience at all in TV production. You just have to show up with an open mind. Here's Richter, near side Olenek, and this one will, I guess, be a 3-second violation against Talawanda under the hoop. 2:52 to go here in the fourth. Mario Williams up across the timeline for the Owls. And a long-range three from Simmons missed. Williams with the offensive rebound. Plays it down near side. Owls work it down below, and charging in there and drawing a foul, Alex Howard. And he will head to the line for two. Again, this game available on the Spectrum channels and Fioptics channels of ICRC along the next week, and of course always on demand on YouTube, on the ICRC-TV YouTube channel. And there you can also check out all the other content ICRC has produced over the winter. Plenty of men's and women's basketball across Southwest Ohio. You can look back there at some of the best high school football games of the fall across Cincinnati too. From the free throw line, a jumper missed from Alex Howard. And Brave here's going to work it up with all underclassmen out there right now, minus Ethan Croucher as a junior. Croucher far side of the floor. Carried it up top of the key. Long range shot from Yager, too far left. And the Owls here will poke this one back down the floor. It's inside 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. To the corner, they get it up, and a nice play there by Howard. Or actually, that was Terrell Harris for Mount Healthy. Oh, he's up to on the board tonight. Croucher, far side play. And there's a three that's good for Talawanda. Trent Hensley that time for the Brave. Talawanda here looking to defend again. 1:23 to go in the fourth. Owls trying to tack on some points. They're up 73-37. Harris missed the shot. Olenek comes down with the rebound. Trent Hensley back up the floor right side. Hands it off. Yager will give this one saved by Croucher from going to the backcourt. He fires off a long-range jumper that missed, and this one comes out of bounds off of Talawanda. Mario Williams up across the floor. 48 seconds to go in the fourth. Williams down to the middle, fired it up and in for the and one. And the Mount Healthy bench goes crazy for that, as Mario Williams up to 8 points in the game. And he only averages 0.7 this season, so a career night for him. And another look.
And you know, even though Mario Williams, you mentioned he has 8 points in the game, it's really just felt like more than that with how many times we've seen him. He's been all over the court today, and he's had a really, really solid game.
40 seconds left. And another foul here whistled against Mount Healthy. Williams will pick up his fourth. Croucher at the free throw line now. Talawanda holding a single bonus.
You mentioned Ethan Croucher. He's wearing that number 5 jersey, which is usually taken by Tristan Fontaine, the 5'9" senior. He has not been in the lineup for the last 3 games. And so Ethan Croucher steps in with that number 5 jersey.
Mario Williams up the right side for the Owls. .30 seconds to go. Here's a long-range straight. King Chambers missed. 6'3" senior trying to connect there. He's still looking for his first points of the night. Dale Yager got it out. Trent Hensley, near side feed. Reagan Shepard now for Talawanda. Up the backboard and in. 10 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Down the floor comes Mario Williams. He's just going to dribble this thing out. And that's going to do it here for Talawanda. Mount Healthy 76, Talawanda 41. Your final score tonight, Luke, and your thoughts.
Well, this was an absolute dominating performance from Mount Healthy, first in the league, and that's a, league-topping performance we saw tonight. The substitution schedule seemed almost planned, as they had 5 players in for each of the 4 quarters. And it was really just a dominating performance all around. We saw a huge one-handed dunk from Justin Abrams. We saw a lot of rebounding and some great shooting. And as a result, they're going to come out with a huge, huge win tonight.
So Mount Healthy improves to 12-6 on the year. They're 8-1 in the SWOC. Talawanda 1-16. They are 0-9 in the SWOC. So for Luke Westpoli, Patrick Geshin, our entire ICRC crew saying so long and good night from Talawanda High School. And thank you for watching. This has been a presentation of ICRC-TV, Ohio High School Varsity Basketball. Thank you for watching and have a good night.